Hi. In this video, I want to talk about how we can shift our reality and choose something that will help us more and empower us. But at the same time, this topic of, tuning into something that can change our life is so huge, just I'm going to touch a very minimum of it. So if you don't get something, that's good for you, I'm sorry. Anyway, talking about this thing, I think I'm more focused into the groups of people that have had issues with entities, that have heard about, past lives and traumas and have psychosomatics, or maybe they have researched plenty of things and now the experience in life we've got, and also, conversations we've had with people where you went to have a session with a psychic, or where you did your own research and then your life and your daily experience showed you that, yeah, you fit that category. Meaning possibly space program, 20 and back involvement, entities, beings from past life messing with you, being a targeted individual, and any kind of thing that will make you think like, I feel like I'm crazy, like no one else around me can believe me. I'm targeted, there's constantly something bad happening to me. I hear voices, I see things, something like that. And again, the issues are very broad and they're massive to some people. But at the same time, in order to get rid of it and shifting our reality, first we have to change our beliefs. Easy for me to say. You no longer believe in entities. That's going to be easy, right? No. But it starts with us changing our story and working on it daily. For people that have had encounters with 20 and back and secret space program and being super soldier, for example, and working with them, some of them do remember being taken. Some of them have like daily or let's say nightly nightmares or night experiences where they are in a different body and they're on missions and they're so tense and freaking real that they wake up exhausted, in pain, with memories, with triggers, with stress, zero rest throughout the night, even though their physical body was asleep, nothing happened except their consciousness was taken and, they've had some serious encounters throughout the night. So there's that. But if we would take that category of people and we would talk to them and they would tell about their experiences like, okay, I've been through this and through the day, these are the signs I have of being like a super soldier, of having the secret space program experiences and some issues and traumas and implants and yada, yada, yada. And we would go into, oh, you have alters because your personality will change. And entities and other things and all the programs and implants and whatever, possibly into that category of issues, right? So how does a person like that change? How would we take any of us and change our issues and tune into different reality? We start with on one timeline that we have lived with for quite a while and believed in our daily experiences that every time this thing happens, it's a sign that I fit that category of people. If you hear voices, if you see things, then you're a bit like, let's say, more psychic, you have your third eye open or something like that. And going with the signs of how we tell and describe our reality, things we have read, and then start fitting things around us into that category of what we've read about and what we believe in, we build that daily experience. And I'm not sure if I'm talking clearly, and I'm sorry, like I haven't been using my English that much lately, but at the same time, if you would look at, fitting that category of, let's say you see things or you're in the 20 and back and all that, and rewriting the experience, you would go with, okay, yesterday and everything that I have experienced before have been into other lifetimes and me having alters, but today I am rewriting my story. And today, maybe by bare minimum, but I am shifting into a different reality. And you have to tell yourself what your new reality is. Your future as if it was your past. Of course, it's very much similar to law of attraction, but you don't have to feel zeal about it. Like, yay, I'm the best. I don't have any problems. And oh, damn, I said I don't have any problems. So that doesn't fit the manifestation because I use them don'ts and all this stuff. No, doesn't matter. But you start with, I am clear. I feel great. Every day I'm getting better and better. I can manifest things I want that are helping me to live a better life. And slowly, you start shifting that story. You might have seen yourself as a victim of being followed, of being interfered with, of having entities in your space. and all these alters that have been controlling your life, you don't have to necessarily buy into that story and work years and years and years to clear all your issues. That's not the game we're playing, because we're never going to be clear of them. All of these, let's say, entities, it's a never-ending story. You can clear as many and you're never going to be fully clear, because every time you go out on the street, there's going to be more around you. So, you can work on yourself. You can clear issues and beliefs and entities and other aspects that are not serving you. Or you can, instead of clearing all of that stuff, that aspect of me is the old story. Me who have had entities, who have aspects of selves that are working like a Trojan horses, like a virus, is there, it's within me. It's an aspect that gets in the way at certain times. Like, let's say you might feel courageous, you might feel inspired, you have a lot of great ideas, and every time you get a chance to achieve something, you're going to get this massive fear and just back off. You're not going to go there. You might have a chance to make a few $1 million. You might have a chance to get a promotion or get a better job, achieve new skills, and you're going to run. You're going to rabbit. You're going to be running away because it's too much to handle. It's out of your comfort zone. It's too much to confront. And no, it's not going to work. But the new you, as if we were to rewrite the story, it's like, even though I'm scared, even though I'm stressed, I am taking the chance. I am diving into the uncertainty. And it's not just us talking about this. Talking is easy. Understanding the concept is somewhat still easy. But practically, every time something happens in your space, being aware of it, confronting it, acknowledging it, yeah, I might hear voices. I might see things. There are aspects of me that are getting in the way. For example, this aspect of me that is afraid, or we would call them alters or other kind of things. It doesn't matter what kind of category we put them in, but we look at things that are limiting us. We're putting labels on them to make it easier to understand stuff. And with all that, even though we know our fears and downfalls and everything that's getting in the way, we still choose to take action. Yeah, you might have been working on yourself to clear your issues with relationships, to clear issues with your fears about communication or other things. And even though you worked really hard, you still see no changes because you haven't taken action. It's not just understanding the concept, it's also little steps. Yes, it used to be hard for me to communicate. Yes, it used to be hard for me to talk honestly and be vulnerable and share exactly how I feel. But today I'm taking one step into, yes, I'm afraid. Yes, I don't know what's going to happen. Yes, I'm uncertain, but I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to share my feelings. And I'm going to share the truth about myself, about how I feel. And that one moment where you express it and you allow yourself to succeed or fail or seek all kinds of weird reactions. A lot of people will not talk and communicate honestly because they're afraid of the reaction of people. We want to be understood. We want to be acknowledged. We want to feel right. We want to feel good. And every time we see kind of danger of, okay, they're not going to understand us. They're going to judge us. They're going to think we're crazy. And we hold back. We hold back, or change the story. And we can apply this to any kind of category, whether it's relationships, communication, or having issues with entities. It is taking that last step of everything we have experienced fits into that story. Every time I do this one thing, where I communicate, where I talk about entities, where I'm being triggered, where I'm being targeted individual, every time this happens, I will react like this, and then that's going to happen. When we have the story of how we have lived before, what has happened to us, we have lived it, we have experienced it, it is our reality. And at this time, you have to say yeah, that used to be the old me. That's in the old reality. But I'm risking again. And you take that one chance to see if the result's going to be different. Again and again and again. Even though you might not like the result, you have to try to get a different outcome. And that is the thing where we start changing our reality and shifting our perspective into, hey, everything that has happened to you, it's past. You don't have to hold on to it. Of course it hurts. Of course you remember it. It's in your brain. You have lived it. You have programmed yourself with all those experiences. It's not positive. It's not fun. But you give yourself the chance to change, to grow, to not live the story of, I have to clear all the entities, all the programming. I have to do 50,000 hours of shadow work to get better. Yeah, cool. But it's not an ending story. Just give yourself the chance to do something different, to see if the outcome is going to be different. And things change. And I'm looking at, let's say, again, bringing up people who have had experiences with the 20 and back and the secret space program and super soldiers and stuff like that. And they talk about having alters, about different personalities and how they have to clear them and how they have spent hundreds of hours of work and still see a hard time, and hard time with changes, hard time with accessing other parts, accessing their memories. But do you need to spend all this time clearing everything? Or can you just be like, yeah, that's the old story. That old me was limited. That old me have had issues. Right now, new me, I choose to open up a new page and create a new story. I might not be the best at it, but I will try. I will like get into this experience. I will get that new chance. I will grow. I will get better. It's like a muscle. You go into the gym or you try out something new in life. You're not going to be the best at it right away, but you have to grow little by little, get better, fail as many times as possible, because then you get experience and then you understand. And then you're like, oh, well, that didn't work. And you try something new. And this kind of reaction, easy for me to talk, right? Easy for me to say when I haven't lived your life and have been in your shoes. But I know the pain. I know how hard it can get in certain subjects. And living in that fear of, here it is again, I see everything falling apart. I've seen this barrier so many times before. And yet, instead of going into closing up or following the old patterns or the old story, you choose to do something differently. You choose to open up and talk and communicate and be vulnerable. You choose to take action. And even though every single time you've tried it didn't work, you try again. And oh my, look, this time it worked. Someone actually listened. Someone didn't judge. Someone got close to you. So shifting into this new reality is about, you have the experience. You've read about it so many times. You have information. You've read about it so much. You did your research. But it's about taking action. Where is it going to be talking, communicating, or just choosing to be into this new behavior? I've lost my humor. I've lost the funny part of me. I lost the part of me that was creative, that used to dance, that used to make videos or whatever. But just this time, you choose to, okay, that's the old me. And you try to make a joke. And you try to move and see how your body acts. But you give yourself a chance to do something. You act, you take action. And that thing alone, you do a little bit, it builds up. And it's like growing a muscle. You have to try, you have to work, you have to fail, you have to learn, and it becomes the new you with every single category in your life. Every single sort of aspect of you, characteristic you're growing. You want to be a different version of yourself? You have to start sort of create an idea of what it means to you, of what you like it to look like, of how you would like to feel about it. But then you have to act it out. It's not like, oh, I would like to be creative. I would like to draw. Yeah, that would be great. And most people stop right there because they think about all the times they've tried to draw and nothing changed. They tried to be creative and nothing happened. They didn't like the result. But if we don't give ourselves the chance to act and to do something and fail and do it again and again and again, we're not going to get better. And then we can blame everyone else. And then it's like entities and all the stuff. But it's literally about, taking responsibility and changing our story. Yeah, we failed. Yeah, that was the old story. That is, the patterns we've seen so many times, and yet you try again. So that would be my little input on this massive topic. I barely touched anything, but yet to me, and with the people I have worked with, it seems that if we just start with rewriting our story, telling ourselves that everything that has happened before, yeah, we acknowledge that it has happened, it is real to you, but you choose to believe in something different, to act differently, to behave differently, to think differently. And you start tuning into the new reality where you're no longer targeted. You're free, you're happy, you can enjoy life, you can achieve things without getting interfered. And you achieve things with, great success, or you get help from someone else. And once you change your beliefs and how you feel about it, once you get yourself into situations where you can experience that, try it out, taste it, feel it, it's going to happen. And you don't need to spend hundreds of hours or hundreds of thousands of hours to work on yourself and clear those issues, because it's a never-ending story. And the hardest part is that, we have the experience. We need to acknowledge that it has happened. We're not going to deny it. And at the same time, we're going to open a new page, new chapter of our lives, and rewrite the story. From this day on, I'm going to be a better musician. I am a better musician. I actually picked up my guitar and I played with it a little bit. It doesn't sound perfect, but I've played 5 minutes. And it's way better than nothing. And I have fear of talking to people, yet I went into a store and I had a conversation with this old lady. And I actually enjoyed it. And it was scary as hell. And I actually still enjoyed it. To give yourself a chance to act out of your comfort zone, to have this new experience, or even though you have had those parents and you know that result might not be what you want, you still give yourself a chance. You try, you might fail, but it gives you a chance to tune into something new. And if you allow yourself to see something different, not what you experienced, like, okay, here we go again, I know it's gonna happen, and you're waiting for that old result to fail, to suck, to get everything destroyed. We look at those patterns, we look at the story we have been telling ourselves our whole lives about certain experience, and we're looking for it, you're gonna get it. But if you know that it has happened, you acknowledged it, but this time you're expecting a different result, or you just try to get something different because you've communicated, you've been vulnerable, you've tried, you're gonna have a different result. Little by little, it builds up into you living a different story, having a better skill, no longer being a target individual, not having as many entity issues and stuff like that. So that's going to be my 2 cents on this topic. If you have, your own experience on this whole thing, how you shifted into a different reality, how you changed your experiences into, it's been happening, like something big has been happening to you for a long time, but you've been able to change it. What did you do? What has happened? Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.